I waited for so long to play with this girl, and I am aware the general consensus isn't in favor of Quartz. But now, I can play with her and I can take my own conclusions. Welcome back to Motherland Ursus everyone! Today I'm here to talk about Quartz, but not only that, the Syracusano event and IS3 as well. Because yes, I already took Quartz all the way to the end and I won! First we should address the biggest problem people talk about when discussing Quartz. Zero defense. And I say problem, because I don't think it is a problem. Sure, she can easily die to anything dealing physical damage, but did you know any operator can die? Shocking, I know. But this issue has a very simple solution. You just gotta tape Gavial to her. That's exactly what I did and voila! Quartz doesn't die anymore. I'm not gonna pretend I don't understand where the comments on Quartz come from. I know very well people expect operators to win by themselves, and it's honestly a miracle people like Myrtle, since she never gets used for killing stuff. But it is expected that players who want to compete for fast clears, low ops or anything like that wouldn't find a use for Quartz. She can't win alone, she doesn't have anything special that no one else does, and she definitely ain't stealing records like Ling. That being the case, there is no reason for a competitive player to play with Quartz. That being said, I'm not here to compete, and if you just give this girl the medic she needs, she will do everything for you. She hits AoE, she has a massive HP to survive yards, and no boy, how long have I waited to deploy Quartz on Tallulah? She tanks well. And in this situation where I'm playing with my whole squad, the lack of defense doesn't even matter. I can just use her back up and nothing will be killing Quartz. By the way, the mechanic in this event is super cool. This impending duel that you can barely control, and the silencer is such a cool enemy. It makes me want the Civs to die so I can fight more of him. Enemies get a bit stronger and you might find yourself dying hard if you're not prepared, but it's fun. I really think it's fun. So as you can see, I did take Quartz with me to all the stages, but she didn't shine or anything, she was a body. A beautiful body I waited 6 months to use. So I decided to use her more and went to IS3 with her. Thankfully the game knows my plan and has a starting squad with guard and medic. That means I don't even have to take the tape off. Stay glued to Gavial, my girl. I have to say, it was super satisfying to see a 4-star at T1 one-shotting slugs. That's the kind of stuff you only get from an operator like Quartz. Massive attack and not even sacrificing block count. So I liked it a lot playing with Quartz here, using her as a lane holder or even just as an assassin in these special stages. And besides the first floor, I don't think I ever felt her defense being zero. IS is quite a different situation, and I feel like whatever could murder Quartz would probably murder my whole run. She still dies if left alone though, so don't let her walk away without her Gavial. But IS3, we sure waited to play this, and though does it feel fresh. I watched almost nothing of IS3, so every stage felt new and scary, because I had no clue what was coming for me. All while trying out a new operator, so it was quite a nice experience. I don't know enough about IS3 to give a bunch of objective statements, but from what I heard these past few days, the game mode is not what I expected. Many of the mechanics just aren't complete. You can't just snuff out the lights like in Darkest Dungeon. The different endings are still behind RNG, and a lot of terrible relics made their way to IS3. Don't get me wrong here, it was amazing, new, fresh, exciting, but just not enough. I'll talk more about this another day, but for now, what I can say is that there is a lot to play. I beat Ascension 0, bringing my new love Quartz, and there are still 15 to go. And obviously I didn't see everything yet. There are many bosses to try, relics to unlock, and surely a lot of new stuff to die to. Learn about them, and never die again. That's just how roguelikes work. And as much as Quartz is considered not good, she did fine for me. Just like Vigna did fine, just like Cutter did fine. An operator doesn't need to be the very best if you're not even playing with hard conditions. And the majority of the player base who doesn't put themselves in such situations still takes the word of the players who do, and for some reason decide to live by them. It's very sad. And the truth is that those bad operators people talk about are more than serviceable. Quartz isn't perfect, but that's a good thing. What would be the point of playing with her if she solved the game alone? In this IS3 run, there was one enemy she couldn't deal with, no matter what. Those freaking fish drones. Yeah, I know. Imagine a melee op who can't beat flying enemies. I don't know their stats as of right now, but they sure were a pain to deal with. Maybe it would have helped if I brought an AA sniper instead of Embryo. But either way, I leaked some at the boss, but I won, and Quartz was there from the first room to the last. And it could have been many others, but it wouldn't make a difference. That's the biggest point I wish I could pass to everyone. It doesn't really make a difference if you're playing with a broken op or a bad op. Both will win if you're good enough and aren't trying something crazy. But hey, I'm just here to defend my girl. Other than that, let's talk a bit more about IS3. There's something weird I noticed. I feel like TP was much less needed here in IS3 than it was in IS2. Sure, I knew how to play without Vanguards already, but at no point I felt like I was starving for DP. Maybe I got an initial DP relic and didn't notice. One thing that was super weird were the chests. We have 3 different types of chests. The normal ones, the ones with thorns, and the mimics. They all give stuff for killing them, and oh man, it's weird having to go out of your way to break the chest instead of keeping them alive. Also, we have a new enemy to enter the back row, together with Gopnik and the Duck Lord. This miner dude doesn't seem to have a lot of HP, but what a pain to block. He just stuns your ops non-stop. I might bring Totter in the future just waiting for this guy. Anyway, we will leave talking more about all of it for later. And you can know for sure that I will play a lot more IS3 and talk about everything here in the channel. But let me know what you think. Tell me about your first IS3 experience, about the Syracusano event, and about Quartz. Do you like her just like me? Or is this strong lady not worth the 900 vouchers for you? I would love to hear. Soon I will be playing the event with pairs, so don't forget to like and subscribe. This was Kuma, and I hope everyone has a very nice day. Peace out.